Hi there, I'm Anna K. Morris, your host and the creator of the Afundance podcast. I am so happy to be here because here's what I know. When we are having more fun in life, abundance flows. I have been a life coach for the past 16 years. I watch it time and time and time again. When we are able to bring ourselves back to the version of us, that 3, 4, 5-year-old self, that was having so much fun and not concerned about the outcome, the judgment, the people pleasing, the whatever it is, just having fun for the sake of having fun, wild things happen. Abundance flows, money flows in, relationships happen, love happens, houses happen, all of the things that we truly desire happen when we are in a state of joy and fun. So this podcast is here to help you have more fun. So what you can count on is tons of content in different ways, between interviews, co-host, to coaching videos of me helping you have more fun. And my promise to you is that I will always be having fun and infusing this podcast with the energy that you need to have abundance flow easily in your life. I love you and thank you so much for being here. Now, on to the episode. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is episode 3 of the mini-series while I am on a beach holiday. And I wanted to take a couple of minutes of your time. This won't be a very long episode because here's the thing. And I hope that if you haven't seen on my social media or on my website, if you haven't seen that I'm having a summer fun summit next week, June 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Let this be your notice that that's happening. It's free. You can sign up on my website. I'm going to have 9 speakers. I'm going to do a workshop day helping you have the most fun in the summer. And I'm thinking of one of my guests right now, this amazing woman, Rebecca Rankin. I'm talking about you. And I was actually on her podcast a few months back. And she teaches on cyclical living, which is something that I incorporate on a really high level. And then I work with people like Rebecca to dive deeper when I coach the Reconnect, which is my signature 8-week program. And this is why I'm talking about it. Every season has a different feel, right? You think about winter, we're hibernating, we're going inside, it's nice and cozy. It's like that kind of warm, snuggly bear feeling, right? You might put on weight then. I usually do. And summer is incredibly extroverted. It's very outward facing, right? Spring, everything is kind of blooming, and then summer, everything is coming to fruition. And then fall, we start to, I can't remember what we do in fall, but anyway, I'm in full summer mode. So my point in saying all of that is when things are so extroverted and outward facing, it's really important that we keep our foundation strong. And this is, again, what I teach in my 8-week program. It's why I lean on journaling and the work that I've learned through landmark education and yoga. My teacher training is from Kripalu, and it's very much about like having that strong foundation and that strong base for everything. Because when we keep the tools that we know bring us home to ourselves, that's when we can really be fully out in the world, extroverted, like out in public, being around people. So for me, I require a lot of downtime and quiet time. And that is very hard with 2 very excited little boys and a couple of businesses, right? And a couple of dogs. And so I say all of this because this morning, when everybody's up, everybody's playing, everybody's ready to go to the pool, I think it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I didn't journal yesterday, and I don't think I journaled the day before. And that almost never happens. I will end up doing it in the evening, but it's not the same. And it's usually only a page, not 3 pages. So I did this thing called Take Care of Myself. And I stayed back and I didn't go to the pool, and I journaled, and I had about an hour by myself, and it made all the difference. And I say all of that because I've got the Summer Fun Summit coming up, and it's going to be amazing. I've got the most incredible speakers. Go to my website, annakmorris.com / I think it's Summer Fun. It's also at the top. Just click on that and you can see the whole lineup. But I say that as excited as I am about it, there's also my Spring Self-Care Summit that you can go back and grab the replays of, because self-care is also super important in summertime. If we want to have the most fun, and we know that we're maybe introverted, extroverted, like so many of us are, or just straight up introverted, you're going to need to take that time on a family vacation, on whatever kind of situation you're in, to come home to yourself, to nourish yourself, right? The boys are napping right now. I'm shooting this video because it's quiet, and then I'll tell you, I am going to take a nap myself, which I don't always let myself. There's plenty of work that I have to do, and this is like the prime time to do it. However, I won't be the most fun, the most abundant version of myself if I don't take care of myself. So this episode is really about bringing in that self-care, even if it's not as much as you're used to, making sure that you have the pieces of self-care that you really, really, really need. Like for me, it will always be journaling. It will always be transcendental meditation. Now, I might not do it twice a day. I might only do it once a day, and it might only be 10 minutes, but that's something that really makes me feel like me. And also eating. I know it sounds really silly, but if you're somebody like me that has read Women, Food, and God multiple times, one of the things that I do is I'll just snack, or like not really sit down and mindfully eat. And so that's another way that I take care of myself. So if you want a little more support around self-care, go to my website and grab there's a self-care tip sheet. There's a self-care summit replay of all of the tips and talks that we had 3 months ago when I started doing the summit series. It's fantastic. We're not going to be going into so much of that in the Summer Fun Summit, because we're really going to be focused on that extroverted, that fun energy that's outward facing. But I just want to say that it doesn't mean that your foundation and your self-care isn't valuable. You might just need to tweak it a little bit, because you might not have as much time to put it in. So make sure that the time that you're spending is super, super valuable. And I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to the episode. My intention with every single Afundance podcast that you listen to is that you go out and find a little more fun in your life. Not only do you find it, but that you create more fun in your life, because when fun flows, so does abundance, ease, joy, peace, what we are all really craving. And it ultimately comes down to connection with others, but deep connection with our own 4-year-old self. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you next time.